Hello everybody, welcome to your Daily Pop in this fresh, beautiful new moon energy still reverberating. I still have, when I look out my back window, I have all of this piles of everything out there, and my husband goes, "What in the hell is on the back patio? What is that, like a gallon of olive oil?" And I have all these jugs and flowers and dried flowers and crystals and everything from charging last night my moon oil. I got hibiscus, chamomile, all these flowers, and it looked insane. And he's like, "What is happening?" I'm like, "Just never you mind." But this is what I love. She of the woods, peace, connection, and home. I love surrounding my house with all kinds of stuff. I have a sage plant out there, a rose bush, all of this stuff. Whenever I look at something that makes me glad in my heart, I'm going to put it around the house. That's why I'm just sweeping like acres of just crystals and tarot cards and everything that they stimulate my serotonin. They make me so happy that I know I have all these resources around. So what is going to bring you peace and makes you feel connect around your home? I'm always like, get a new springtime plant. You know, as crazy things in the US is Lowe's. Lowe's is like a home goods store, but they have the most beautiful plants, like full plants and trees for like $15-20. Beautiful and gorgeous. I am building this garden that's going to surpass Versailles. Like, I am so stoked for this. I really want a beautiful place where I can luxuriate out in my garden around my patio. So what can you do for yourself? You know, even anything. Make like a little fun little witchy area for yourself. Even one simple thing made me so happy. I got years ago just a light catcher with all these beautiful big heavy crystals, and I hung them off the volleyball net, and they just bounce color and light everywhere, and I love that. This brings us to the shaman spiral: awareness, practice, connection. How are you practicing each day that makes you feel connected to the earth, to yourself, to your soul, to other people? And are you aware of all these beautiful things that are happening? Like, one thing I'm not aware of is my behavior when I'm at a beach by myself, until I'm just like acting a total nutcase. And I love it. Like, I will talk to every seagull and crow that comes along, especially if they're doing weird things. I was like just dancing. Like, this song kept coming up in my head yesterday, and I'm like dancing. I found money on the beach. I was so stoked, and I like throw the money back into the water, and I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, washed up on shore, and it was like half dried, but it was like brand new crisp bill, and I just throw it back out into the water, and I'm skimming rocks, and I'm like, it's like I'm having an invisible party with fairies, and it makes me feel so connected to the earth, to the ocean, to my childlike self, right? So how can you connect to your childlike self? Going out, having walks in the rain, having awareness that the earth is always trying to bless us and bring us beautiful, bright, happy things that make us feel good. Comedy, I always put on like Juicy Scoop. I got to be watching my little funny shows throughout the day, especially now that I'm trying to regiment better eating, more exercise, things like that. And it's important, because to break bad habits, which is like super late night snacking to an excessive degree, I replace the shows that I watch with different shows. Like, instead of watching reality TV, which for whatever reason the women are always at restaurants eating delicious food, it triggers something in me like, I need delicious food to join in this party, you know, and it's usually not good food. So now I watch my Vikings program and all that. So we can transition out of that and have healthier practices when we're aware of what is bringing in certain behaviors, right? Seeing food constantly on a TV is making me hungry and want to eat stuff, so I no longer do that. I watch Vikings fight, and then I can fight with my cats. I can fight. Like, I love it, the symbology and all of the things. That gets me excited too, to do more artwork, because I love any Celtic, Nordic history. I love it so much. So that is something also that I feel a connection with. Now, transformation, knowledge, and magic. How can you transform the mundane and everyday and what we think is like the same old into some kind of beautiful magic? I like to, if I'm just running across things in my yard, and like yesterday, I saw the hugest groundhog hole. Like, it looks like you could put a freaking baby elephant in there. And I'm like, what the hell? They must be starting a whole family. Then I noticed that there were two of them out there. He has a girlfriend or a wife or something, and they're sitting in there. So I got this big thing of strawberries, and even Ian is like, who's going to eat all of these? I'm like, I'm going to put them out there for my friends, and I'm still in the process of naming them. So if you guys think of any cute names for groundhogs, because I name everything that comes in my yard, the turkeys, the crows, everything, I think they need a certain name. I do like the name. I came up with it the other day, and I was like, oh, that's such a good name. It'll come to me after. But anyway, I am now doing my best, and I would love for you to try to transform what you think it's just going to be another day, another Friday, another Saturday, into a magical, beautiful, knowledge-filled day. Learn anything, something you're curious about. Just go find out little things, because it works like a little seed that you plant, and then one stalk will come out, then another, and then you'll want to know about that. Then you want to know about that. Like Hagen is really interested and family trees, and he did that thing where you find out who you're related to and how, whatever it is, like go find your relatives, and it tells you how much of this is in your, how Nordic you are, how English, how Irish, whatever, all of that, how much percentage you have of genealogy with other relatives. Just really, really into that. And I loved that, because when he was in England with us last time, he found all these photographs at Ian's dad's house, my father-in-law and mother-in-law's, and he's like, oh, can I organize these in an album for you? And he was just so into who all these people were and where they came from, and I love that. So it helps us also as a guiding factor, like how are we established our roots, where we are in this area of the world, and what was our family like, all of these things. I just love that. And I feel like let's get really curious about that. Let's be curious about our forefathers. Let's be curious about our heritage, practices, rituals, and all of that, so we can kind of grow from that and learn. So that is your daily pop, you guys. I love these Celtic spirit cards so, so much. I'm going to be using a lot of them. They bring really beautiful messages. And these three together really did it for me too. I really, really love this, Peace and connection and home and awareness, practice, connections, transformation, knowledge, and magic. It's always all around us. All we have to do is tap into it. So happy trails, you guys. That is your daily pop, love, and light.